If you're stuck at a band 6, you might be close to a band 8. But there is one major thing that is holding you back, and it's not what you expect. In this video, I'm gonna explain you how you can transform your band 6 essay into a band 8 essay, step by step. You will learn the mistakes that are holding you back. You will also learn how the examiners actually score your essays. You will also learn the tips that you can use right now. By the end, you will also know how to transform your writing to hit that band 8. And I will also show you how small changes make a huge difference in IELTS writing. Now, let's talk about why you're stuck at a band 6. And trust me, this is where 90% of students go wrong. The first big mistake: vague ideas. Most students think that they are answering the question, but actually they are scratching the surface. Let me show you that. Technology is very important today. It helps people a lot because they can talk to each other quickly using phones and computers. Social media makes it easier to communicate. Overall, technology is good for communication. See here? The student is talking about technology in general, but the student is not diving deep into how technology can impact communication in society. Another issue: weak task response. If your ideas aren't fully developed, IELTS examiners won't be impressed. So you need to develop your ideas fully and give examples to them. So what does a band 8 essay look like? Let's compare them. In the modern era, technology has profoundly transformed communication, offering significant advantages. The benefit of smartphones and digital platforms has facilitated instant interaction across the globe, enhancing the personal and professional connections. For instance, social media platforms like WhatsApp and Facebook enable users to maintain relationships effortlessly despite geographical barriers. Here's the difference. In the band 6 essay, the student uses words like good, bad, and this actually lowers the student's score for lexical resource. But if we compare this to a band 8 essay, the student uses phrases like instant communication, geographical barrier, and digital platforms, and those phrases really help it to improve the student's lexical resource score. It's not just about sounding smart. These words add layers of meaning and precision to your own writing. But how do you actually choose the right sophisticated words, and how do they actually impact your score? So stick around because I'm gonna reveal the strategy that is often overlooked. Consider this: using sophisticated vocabulary is more than just you choosing fancy words. For instance, a profound impact often flows better than a deep impact. But why does this small difference matter? It's not about sounding impressive. It's more about fitting within an argument and enhancing clarity. Now, let's dive into a method that is even better. But 99% of IELTS students are overlooking it. And that is reading wisely. It can affect your word choice, and you'll literally learn how to use sophisticated words by reading those texts. And they show the real application of those complicated words that you learned. Next up, let's talk about depth and clarity. In a band 8 essay, the ideas are well explored and are supported by examples. It's making them unforgettable. Now let's talk about topic-specific vocabulary. Band 6 essays usually use words that are so generic. However, Band 8 essays use topic-specific vocabulary because they show a deep understanding of the subject or the topic. You're probably asking yourself, how can I transform my essay into a Band 8 masterpiece? Stick around because I'm about to show you the exact steps to get there. But there is a catch. Some of those steps might actually surprise you. You will discover methods that top scorers use that you haven't heard of before. First step, improving your task response. Many students think that they just have to answer the question and that's it. But they miss so many critical parts. But do you know what are those critical parts? Let's explore those critical parts using a practical approach, using a real question in IELTS writing task 2. Some people believe that the best way to increase road safety is to increase the minimum legal age for driving cars. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Now, to tackle this question, you definitely need a structured approach, and you also need to cover all parts of the question. Here is a powerful strategy. Focus on one main idea in each body paragraph and develop it fully with clear and relevant explanations. And many students think that if they just have one main idea and they explain it, and that's it. But it's not actually the case because they miss one more part which can be a game changer, which is giving examples. But make sure that your examples are relevant. So in this question, your main argument could be younger drivers lack the maturity to handle high pressure situations. Then you can develop this idea by giving specific explanations and examples. For instance, you could write, younger drivers are more likely to be involved in accidents due to impulsive behavior and a lack of experience in managing risky situations. Increasing the minimum legal age could lead to a decrease in accident rates, as older drivers are generally more responsible and better equipped to handle complex driving conditions. For example, a recent study revealed that drivers aged 18 to 20 are twice as likely to be involved in traffic accidents compared to those aged 25 to 34. By raising the legal driving age, we can potentially reduce accident rates, as older drivers tend to be more cautious and better at managing risky driving conditions. Focusing on this one argument and clear evidence makes your essay both well organized and compelling. Now, let's talk about vocabulary. Many students think it's about using impressive words, but it's more about using them correctly. Here's a little secret. Examiners can literally tell you whether you're forcing some fancy words. And you're probably thinking, how can I avoid this situation? And the best solution that I can give you is make sure that that word fits in the context. For instance, let's take the word ubiquitous. If you misuse this word, your essay will kind of seem forced or unnatural. Everything I shared is useless if you don't know the formula to get a band 9 in IELTS reading. So check out this video where I revealed the formula that you can use to get a band 9 in reading.